Hi artist friends, I hope you enjoyed listening to the story Click Clack Moo. We are going to draw a cow today, and we're going to draw a cow showing movement. You can show movement in art, and what we're going to do is I'm going to walk you through and drawing a cow. This is one I did early in the week. It's on a pretty big sheet of paper. I'm going to do it on a smaller sheet of paper using crayons. I'm also going to include in my slide presentation a link to this sheet. And I want to include this because I want to show you the different ways that the cow is moving. So if you want to draw your cow in one of these positions, you can. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to draw the cow just doing a star jump. Feel free to do the cow any way you want. So you want to get a piece of paper. So ask a grown-up if you don't have one already. And I'm going to use crayons for this. So go get a black crayon. And what we're going to do first is we're going to come about in the middle of the paper, and we're going to draw a very wide U, like that. Then we're going to come over here, and we're going to draw an ear, and then make a curved line, and come over the top, and make another ear. And then we're going to draw two horns on the cow. And then we're going to draw its nose. And what that is, basically, it's kind of a rectangle with rounded corners. And you're just going to put it there. And then we're going to put two circles on the snout for its nostrils. We're going to put an eye here, an eye here. Eyelashes are totally optional. Okay, now we have the cow's head. We're going to come down here and we're going to do its body. And this is just going to be like another U, but more coming in and curved at the top. That's going to attach to the head. And we're just going to use shapes again to do its legs. So I'm going to do mine doing a star jump. So I'm going to do a rectangle like this for one leg. And a rectangle like this for another leg. And another rectangle for a leg here. And another like this. And now I want to make sure that I put hooves on my cow. So I'm just going to go onto each tip of these rectangles I just did and just color them in. Just a little black on the edge of each one. What are we missing? We're missing a cow's tail. So I'm just going to come over here and make a tail. So we're going to do a Holstein cow, and those are the cows you're probably most familiar with. They're the black and white cows, and they have the spots on them. And we're also going to put the udders, where the cow's milk comes out of. And how we're going to do that is we're going to do a circle here on the cow's belly. And then we're going to make 4 U's for the udders. Now we're going to add those black spots onto the cow. And this is, you could do this anywhere you want. I'm just going to do a black spot here and color it in. And then do another one over here. Maybe one up here. Do some on the legs. You don't have to do yours like mine. Just put your spots anywhere. Then I'm going to put some on the face. You could color your cow's ears black if you wanted to. It's up to you. Oh, I just broke my crayon. Oops. I press way too hard when I do this. Okay, so we have a cow. Our cow is just floating in space, so let's get our cow someplace. Let's do a horizon line. I think we've done those before. Just come like, here's my bottom of my paper. Come up about maybe a third of the way up the paper and do a line across. And it doesn't have to be straight. Actually, it's more interesting if it's a little wavy. And you're going to do one across, and when you get to the cow, you're going to stop, hop over, and continue your line over here. Okay, now we want to put a background in the cow, and you guys have been doing a great job with the backgrounds of the art that you've been sending me. For instance, Pete the cat, a lot of you did really nice backgrounds. I'm just going to do a simple background here of a fence. But if you want to do a background with a barn back there or trees, artist's choice, do whatever you want. I'm just going to do a fence. And how I'm going to do a fence is I'm going to make some posts. Now these posts are going to be small because they're going to be far away. And you know how when you look at something far away, it's smaller than it actually is? This is what's happening in this drawing. And this is an artist's trick on showing how to do depth. So make whatever you want smaller in the background, because you don't want to make your barn or whatever you do the same size as the cow, because it's going to look like it's right next to the cow. You want it to look like it's far back. So here's another post. And see how this post is behind the cow? And then you know what? I think I'm going to make a post just kind of hiding right behind the cow like that. And then I'm going to make some of the wood that goes across on a fence. And I'm going to make it come off the paper like this. Because the fence is going to go on and on and on. We just don't see it. So we have a background for our cow. Some things I want to add. We talked a little bit about texture, not a lot, but this just looks like he's just standing on a driveway for all we know. Let's make it look like he is on grass, or she's on grass. When you just make some little lines here to make it look like grass. You could even do some more like this. Because the closer up in front of the cow, we're going to see more detail. Farther back, we're not going to see detail of the grass. We're not going to see these individual leaves of the grass. So just do them up in the foreground and leave the background plain. Definitely needs a sun. I think I'm going to put some rays on my sun here. What do you think, a cloud or blue sky? I think a couple clouds. Just make it interesting. Okay, write your name in the corner. And color it in. See, got a yellow. Make the sun yellow. The cow's easy, you really don't have to color it in. All you really have to do for the cow as far as coloring in is get a pink and color in the area where the udders are. And you might be coloring this in, you might notice that the black is smearing a bit, and that's okay. Just color it in really dark, and then what you can do is come back with your black crayon and just go over the udders again. and make them stand out. The other area that I want to do pink is the nose area. So I'm just going to color the nose area in. And it's up to you whether you want to color the nostrils in. I'll just color mine in. But you can leave them white if you want. Or you could paint this, you could do this whole area pink. A lot of kids did that when I taught this before. Look, we have our cow. So what I like you to do is do your cow. If you want to do your cow in one of these other positions, I'll have that sheet attached to the slide presentation, so you could just click on it and print it, or look at it on your computer and color your cow in and email me the cow. I'm going to have my email address in the slide presentation. And as always, if you or the grown-ups who love you, if they have a question, just email me and I'll get back to you. You guys have a great week, and I'll see you next week.